So I added an extra back strap here, guys, just to elevate it, just because it has that chunky, Crocs look on the top. And then I'm dotting it all around just to give it that texture. I did a little strap here, did a lot of indentation just to gauge like where the holes will be. I picked I was looking for different round cutters and I couldn't find the exact size like the one there, so I decided to use this tip. So the back of this tip, I think it became the perfect size for the holes. And then now I'm just adding all these little details. So with my modeling tool, I'm just dotting it, just giving it that Croc texture. And then these little half circles that I made right here, I'm gonna cut with the X-Acto, and then underneath it's gonna reveal like the black, so it's gonna be like the holes in the Crocs. So I'm doing this all around. Okay, now I have the texture there. I think it looks good. Now I'm gonna go back and cut all these little half circles. Because we put the black layer underneath, it's gonna reveal when we X-Acto the half circles out. So then it's gonna have like that peeking, it's gonna peek inside and you're gonna see like that, and it's gonna give that dimension where you have the black shadow underneath, the top mint. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a shades at the bottom just so it looks like the shoe is much deeper than it is. And then now it gives it almost like a shade. Do you guys see that? So I decided to print out the Croc logo. This is my stencil. I first printed it out just to kind of gauge what size I wanted. And I went with this medium sized one. I think that's the best size. So I'll do one here, and I'll do the little ball, the little round sphere here. So now this is my stencil. I printed this page just to gauge the size of the sphere that I wanted, the round circle. And then this is the actual edible rice paper and edible ink. And I printed the image, as you can see here. And I decided to go with this larger one. And like I said, I have a round tip, but it's a little bit smaller than what I want. So this is kind of perfect. So you guys could also use the back of tips if it's like, see how this one's smaller, this is a larger circle. So I think this is perfect for it. So I'm gonna cut it in. So I laid my rice paper over fondant, and I'll pop it out. And this is the size that I chose that I think will fit perfect here. That's where it's gonna go. So I'm gonna do 2 of them. So every time you guys see me airbrush with water at home, you don't have to do airbrush. You could also do, just water with a paintbrush, or even a clean napkin with water. You just need a little bit of water because water is the glue to the fondant. So isn't that cute? Oh, look at that. So we got the little logo right there. Now the next step is the top little circles, which is like what makes a Croc a Croc. So I printed out the top of the Croc just so I get an idea of, it's like 3 and then 4 and then 4 and then 2. So first I'm going to mark them. So 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then like there's 2. 1, 2. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna dig in deeper and then to reveal the black inside. So I'm just gonna press very lightly, turn. And then with an X-Acto, I'm just gonna, or even this little tool, I'm just gonna pop them out. See? Let me do it one more time. So once you have already cut through, we grab this little tool or an X-Acto or anything, and then you pop the little circle out, and it reveals the inside is black like that. Hi, so I'm finishing up the touches here. We already did the circles, indentation on the. I added some lettering, added a little glitter just to make it pop, and here you go. This is a Croc cake. So remember, guys, most important thing about the Croc cake and this cake and any shaped cakes really is to make sure that your cake is always cold. So the cooler the cake, the easier it is to like shape it, cut out the little circles. Once this cake becomes warm, it's everything from the details to the marking, indentation, everything's really difficult. So I would say the best tip is to make sure your cake's always cold. I'm Ivan Renteria, and thanks for watching another Cake Brothers tutorial.